All right, now let's start our final segment of the show, Kayla Knows Nothing, where Kayla Knierim watches the show for the first time, and we talk about your reaction to the episode.
We do. You guys get to relive it with me.
Relive it with you. It's fun. And these were two long ones. These are two pretty big ones. The season 3 finale and the season 4 premiere. Let's just start right where the season 3 finale picks up because it's still a painful subject. Just the aftermath of the Red Wedding. The Red Wedding's just happened. Rob and Catelyn.
They're taking out my favorite family.
And all their soldiers too. Don't forget, are also.
Which
killed.
how many of them were there?
Like thousands. I don't know exactly how many.
Wow.
But like, it's not just those two. It's a massacre. Like the Stark army is routed.
And the Lannisters claim the war is over. Like they've won this. They took out.
Yeah, I mean,
all of them.
They beat Stannis. He's kind of still like licking his wounds. Even
is he in hiding, or
later.
he looks like he lives like in an abandoned castle?
He lives on this island, Dragonstone, which is where a big old castle is built.
Okay.
But he's just, his army was like kind of defeated, so he just kind of ran back there and just has been trying to figure out his next move for this whole season, pretty much.
Okay.
But the Starks are decimated.
So who do we have left? We have Sansa,
Stannis is still
Arya.
in play.
Well, from the Starks.
Oh, we got Sansa, we got Arya, we got Jon
Bronn
Snow.
and Jon Snow.
Bran, right. So that's 4, it's okay. And Rickon, the little kid is still out there. Although we don't see him this
Did they
week.
have more sons in season 1, or am I just making things up? Okay.
We know all the Stark kids, and only one has died. It's not even that bad.
And the parents.
And the parents have both expired. No. Anyway, so what did the Boltons and the Freys do after the Red Wedding? How do they treat Rob's body?
What did they say that they sewed it on something?
And they showed this. They chopped off his head, chopped off his direwolf's head, and then sewed the direwolf's head onto his neck.
Yep.
And they like had him parading through at the very beginning.
And didn't Arya saw that?
Arya saw it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's
very
disgusting.
Uncomfortable.
Ugh.
And then later, Arya and the Hound came across the guy who claimed to do it, and she got a little angry.
That was cool. I like that part,
okay,
actually.
Well, here's my question for you with Arya. She has like 2 scenes these episodes, and both of them she kills people.
Pretty violent.
At first she kills that guy who sewed the head on, and later she kills the guy who took her sword in pretty brutal, violent ways. Are you concerned for her at this point?
So the man that was cooking stuff killed, or it was the one that sewed the head?
Yes, or at least he claimed to.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, I sewed the head on." They're like, "Everybody's claiming they sewed the head on," but he did.
And that was her first kill.
That was the first. I mean, she killed that little stable boy in the very first season, but that was kind of in self-defense.
Yes.
This is the first full-grown man she's killed.
Because the Hound asked her. Is that your first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she kills 2 more in the next episode. So, are you concerned she's going from precocious young whippersnapper to serial murderer?
Those are quick kills back to back for someone that's never murdered.
And that last one was like creepy. Like it wasn't like in anger. It was like calm.
Girlfriend's pissed.
She is
They took out her
extremely
family,
angry.
and they took her sword.
I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't have reason to be angry. I'm asking you, is this going a little too far? Are you afraid if she
still
goes...
like her, and I like that they look out for each other.
They do.
He always has her back. Their friendship is funny. They're like, I don't even know how to describe it.
I mean,
he
he's
just says and
basically
does
her...
anything, but he is pretty much her bodyguard.
He's basically her kidnapper, but they do seem to kind of get along in a weird sort of way.
Yeah. Like when she was sitting there next to him on the bench and they were talking to that guy, she just kind of was like smirking to herself at everything he was saying. Like, we're going to kill you all.
As he got angrier and angrier. I mean, I do get the idea that she enjoys it.
Yeah.
That she's liking this, having this vengeance. She goes, she's an angry young woman. And she has a lot to be angry about. I'd be a little concerned that you don't want your 13-year-olds to enjoy murder that much.
Oh, medieval times.
Oh, medieval times. But hopefully it'll work out for her. Anyway, now, there's that scene between Walder Frey and Roose Bolton. They're like cleaning up after the Red Wedding.
It's gross.
You don't really think about that. Like, they all died and someone's
He's
like mopping
eating
with the
cheese
blood.
and drinking wine, and they're just having a conversation.
Now, those two are now kind of allies with the Lannisters. Mm-hmm. Walder Frey is now the Lord of the Riverlands, where Catelyn's family used to be the head.
I don't like him at all.
No, nobody likes him. But now Roose Bolton, the creepy bald guy, now that the Starks are dead, he rules the North. So he's the new head of the North now. So we have 2 new very bad dudes in charge of places.
They don't think the Lannisters are ever going to turn on them?
Do you think Lannisters turn on them?
The Lannisters turn on everybody.
Yeah, they do have a track record of that. Tywin, though, I mean, seems like a pretty solid bet. Like a very steadfast kind of guy.
Yes.
But you're right, he totally could turn. We also, speaking of Roose Bolton, we finally find out, do we have a question from the audience?
Lots of people loving Hodor.
Everybody loves Hodor, God, and we'll get to Hodor in a second. Hodor is the best, isn't he?
Does he say anything besides Hodor?
No, that is his deal. He only
Really?
says Hodor.
He only says that?
That's it.
Huh. Okay. It's easy lines to learn.
Incredibly easy. He does it like different ways. He was like, Hodor, 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 in that little well in this one. But what was I going to say? Of Roose Bolton, we find out who's been torturing Theon this whole time. Who?
His bastard child.
His bastard son.
Yes.
Ramsay Snow.
I didn't know they were related.
We didn't either. Nobody did.
Okay.
I think they just finally sprung it on it right now after a season of like, who's this guy waiting? Which I didn't entirely like the first time I saw it. I'm like, just get to it. Why are you keeping this answer from us?
Right.
But we found out his name is Ramsay Snow, just like Jon Snow. All bastards have the last name Snow in the North.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
I did
kind of
not
their
know
deal.
that.
Like
Okay.
every region has a bastard last name.
Okay.
And for the North, it's Snow.
Interesting.
And what happens between him and Theon in that little scene we got?
When he's eating the hot dog.
Oh, right, the hot dog. I forgot about the hot dog. Or the blood sausage.
Yes, that was disgusting.
It's not his severed penis.
And then they mailed that part to his family.
They did mail his severed penis to his family. This show is gross, isn't it? We didn't see it. Thank God.
I mean, these people don't mess around.
They don't. I mean, that sends a message, though. I have your son. Don't try to... Because remember, the Greyjoys are invading the North. Mm-hmm. So he's like, stay out of the North, or I'll do this to you. Which I think is a pretty good method.
So are they wanting then to go to war with Theon's family?
They want Theon's family out of the North. Like, Theon's family has invaded different parts of the North.
So that's why they're holding him hostage and torturing him and dismembering him? Okay.
I mean, I think he also just kind of likes it. I mean, you get the idea that that guy is a bit of a Ted Bundy type.
Belongs behind bars, yes.
In any civilized society, he'd be behind bars.
Yes.
Yes, it's Westeros, he's running free, torturing people. And then at the end, is Theon broken at this point?
I think so.
Right.
The man's hanging by literally a thread. I don't know how you... I mean, I don't want to go there, but I don't know how you live.
No, it's very difficult.
If something like that happens to you.
I mean, there are lots of eunuchs in this world. Varys, the bald guy's a eunuch.
Yes.
All of Daenerys' soldiers, none of them have junk. So it's not like it's so you can live. And by the way, fun history lesson: in antiquity, this happened. Like their eunuchs were definitely around.
Well,
for
you
all
learn
kinds of
something new
reasons.
every day.
For what? I don't know why. It's a weird part of history, but it definitely did happen.
Okay.
So now going forward, he got a new
But
name.
he's looking pretty rough.
He's looking very rough. He got a new name. He's Reek now. I'll try to do that. I think that kind of symbolizes he's changed identities. He is now Ramsay Snow's little pet.
What do they plan on doing with him?
That's the question. We'll get to see that pretty quick. Okay. What would you do with him? I mean, he's valuable. He can be used as political leverage against the Greyjoy family.
If he lives.
If he lives, doesn't kill himself.
Right.
His sister's coming to get him.
Yes.
So hopefully she'll succeed.
Or
maybe she'll come and she'll find
like,
ugh, who wants you anymore? We'll find out soon enough. How about we can go to Bran? In some happier news, Bran met up with Sam.
They did.
They did. There's like a little joining of the storyline, which hasn't happened much yet anyway.
And he got excited because he knew that was Jon Snow's brother.
Right. There's only so many paraplegics travel with a giant wolf running around the north. And with a guy who only says Hodor. So it was kind of a dead giveaway. And Bran went beyond the wall with his little band of friends. Should he have gone with Sam to Castle Black instead?
I don't think anyone should go behind the wall, so yes, or beyond the wall.
Right. And the reason he's going there is still a little like, ooh, mystical vaguey. He's going to the Three-Eyed Raven. He seemed pretty set. I would have gone with Sam to Castle Black, to his brother. He could have gone to Jon Snow. He could have got a bed. Instead, he's going beyond the wall, God knows where, find the three-eyed raven. It's going to be difficult.
He's still alive, right?
Who?
Bran?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean now. Yes, he's alive.
Okay. That's good.
Is Sam going to squeal to anybody?
That he's going beyond the wall?
Yeah, that he saw Bran.
Probably. He seems like someone that's...
Not great at secret keeping? Maybe we'll find out. But Sam gets back to the...
Especially if he's like maybe tortured or something.
Oh no, Sam tortured. I don't want to think about that. But
I don't want that to happen. I'm just saying.
I don't either. But you're right, if he did. Correct. But both Sam and Jon make it back to Castle Black. So we're finally back here.
Gang's all here.
We haven't seen this since season 1. We've been away for quite a while. And Jon and Sam meet back up. The old buddies are reunited. But not before Ygritte plugs Jon full of arrows. Are those two over?
She's crazy.
She's crazy?
I don't think they want to be, but at this point it looks like it.
Right. I mean,
she's very mad at him, obviously.
That's...
I didn't think she would actually go through with pelting him with arrows.
No, why not?
Because I thought she was in love with him.
I think she is in love with him.
Was that to try to get him to stay, to wound him, so he stayed, or
remember
did she want to kill him?
What Tormund said, the wildling leader, that she's really good with that. If she wanted to kill him, she would have killed him.
Okay.
That she plugged him full of arrows, but if she had wanted to, she could have put one in his eye.
So what was the point?
I think she was just taking out some anger.
Okay. As we women do.
Do you think she's justified in that? I mean, he betrayed her. He betrayed her, Kayla. He said he loved her and that he'd be with her and the wildlings, and then he ran away and went back to his bros.
Okay,
at
so
Castle
yeah,
Black.
I guess I don't blame her.
And now she is on her way to Castle Black. We're in the north here. Jon and Sam both here. Ygritte somewhere like around here with her wildling band, those weird new cannibal people.
Those guys are creepy.
Yeah, they're like a weird tribe of wildlings who live somewhere
And they just
else.
eat people's arms?
They do. They're cannibal folk. The wildlings don't really all like each other. It's just that Mance Rayder, that guy I met earlier, has united them all under the common cause of, we gotta get south, we're all gonna die under the White Walkers. So they're all working together, but they don't really like each other. Their army is tenuously banded together.
Okay.
But now we're heading for a confrontation. Ygritte versus Jon Snow, boyfriend versus girlfriend, giant wild army coming from the north. Who will win? We'll find out later. Jon's...
Do they ever get back together, or can I not know that?
I'm not going to tell you that. I think that's the kind of thing we can discover together.
All right, well, that'd be fun.
It would be fun. But right now, we're kind of resetting to that. How about Stannis, really briefly? What happens here? So Davos, or Captain John Smith, gets a message from Castle Black, from Sam. Sam comes back, tells the Maester, there's White Walkers coming. And the Maester's like, okay, write a letter to people. And then Davos gets it. What's that letter saying?
Is this when they get rid of Gendry?
We talk about that too. Yeah, okay.
Gendry. He doesn't believe him, right?
Who doesn't believe him?
Stannis?
Stannis doesn't believe
Captain
Davos.
John Smith? I don't know.
He believes him, more or less.
About the White Walkers?
Yeah. Just because Stannis' plan was to kill Gendry, and then because Melisandre is like magic lady, that's going to help him somehow. Why not?
She always gets in the way of things, or tries to have them go her way.
Have a funky little plan going, like a weird plan.
Yes.
I mean, she seems... Do you doubt that she's earnest? Like, she says, after Davos lets Gendry go, she says to him, we could have killed that kid and prevented thousands of deaths. Do you believe she believes that?
I don't know, because she's kind of mysterious and magical and maybe knows more than I do, but...
She's mysterious. You're right, she's mysterious and weird, but I mean, to me, I don't think that's a good plan. I think Davos was right to let Gendry go.
I agree. I like him.
But at the same time, it's hard because we do know she can do magical crap, and she does seem sincere. I think she really believes that if they killed Davos, they would prevent a war.
Gendry or Davos?
I believe that Melisandre believes that if they killed Gendry, they would have prevented a war or helped in some magical way. I don't know if she's right.
So all they wanted was his blood, pretty much?
No, they wanted to burn him at the stake. and sacrifice him.
But like all they wanted from him was to get his blood, and then they just wanted to do away with him.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're going to get his blood is kill him. Like, they were going to sacrifice him.
The leeches did that.
They did. That was a demonstration because Stannis was a little hesitant. Remember, he was like, I don't want to kill this kid.
Now. Okay.
So Melisandre's like, fine, I'll just do some leeches first. And then he tossed him in the fire, so then he was the Three Kings. And the thing that pushed him over the edge this time was Robb Stark died. That was one of the things the leech was supposed to do. Kill Joffrey, Robb, and Balon Greyjoy.
Why hasn't it happened to Joffrey yet?
I mean, blood leech magic. You can't just snap your fingers and have it happen, Kayla. Just got to take its own time.
My bad.
But Robb died, so Stannis was like, the leeches work. Now we're going to kill the kid. So that's why Davos had to act fast.
I see.
But then they get Sam's letter, and what do they decide?
To do nothing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Basically, so Sam's letter said, there are wildlings coming. There are White Walkers coming. Help, help, help. That was the gist of the letter.
Yes.
He sent it to everybody.
He asked him how he learned to read.
Oh, yeah, he did. And he didn't say, by the way. He didn't say, like, your daughter's been teaching me. He just said, like, whatever, it happens. So he got that letter, and then he gave it to Melisandre, and she looked at it and was like, oh, this is pretty important. She put it in the fire. And then Stannis agreed. And Melisandre said, spare Davos, and he was okay with that too. They believe that letter. Do you know what that means?
That it's going to happen?
That they're going to go to the north. They're going to go to the wall. They're going to try to help out Jon and everybody.
Joining forces. Okay.
That's their plan anyway. And that's a good thing. And that's
Do
Melisandre
we want them to
too.
Be friends?
Do you?
I don't know. I don't trust her.
Yeah, you don't trust her. I get that, but she's not the only one there. You got Stannis and Davos too, and they're a little more trustworthy, slightly.
But they also helped take down the Starks.
I mean, if you believe leech blood magic worked, and not just that jackass Walder Frey killing everybody.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see. But basically, they're going to try and help. But moving on, it took a while. But there was a lot to untangle. Daenerys had some fun stuff over in Essos, all the way over here. She's still tromping around. She freed a bunch of slaves in Yunkai and got a grand reception.
They called her mother.
It's sweet.
That actually gave me chills as they were ending that episode and did like the aerial view up.
The crowd surfing.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was nice. It's a happy moment for her.
That like powerful music.
The music is very good, like the sweeping kind of stuff.
It sounded a lot like the soundtrack from Blood Diamond.
I haven't seen Blood Diamond. I haven't seen Blood. You talk about Blood Diamond like more than I think you do.
I love that movie. Makes me cry.
I'll have to see it sometime. But yeah, it was definitely a successful slave liberating mission. And after that, she's on to another slave city. She just can't. She's like addicted. She's like addicted to freeing slaves at this point. Which I guess after they like lift you up and yeah, it's pretty noble. After they like crowd surf you get hooked on the joy. She is heading to this place, the only one that actually has a thing on this map, Marine, because it's the most important one.
Okay.
Along the way, we get a couple of little teases of what's to come. Her dragons are getting a little unruly.
Well, they've gotten a lot bigger since last season,
a lot bigger,
right? That's some cool
Especially
special effects.
They look pretty good.
Yeah, the one is huge.
And
it like snapped at her.
It did. I mean, it's like a wild, like a really aggressive pit bull.
Aren't they supposed to obey their mother?
They are, but teenager time is hard, Kayla. Like you become a teenager, you get a little rebellious, you want to do other things.
No one knows that more than my parents.
So I think that's what they're experiencing now. We got a question?
Kayla, do you think the story that Bran told about the rat cook means something, or is it just a waste of lines?
Ooh, I actually had that question written down. Oh, the question was...
But he did what?
The question was, does Kayla think Bran's story about the rat cook meant anything? Remember, before they ran into Sam, he told a story about a cook who, in this Night's Watch castle, what exactly it was? Oh, he had a king over to his castle, like they're up here somewhere.
If it has to do with Bran, I'm going to go with yes, because he seems very intuitive.
Sure, but I was going to explain the point really quick.
Okay.
The point of the story was, so this cook has the king over, and he hates the king for some reason. So he kills the king's sons and then feeds the sons to the king. This is a story Bran told for kicks.
Okay.
And the point of this, it's like a children's fable. Like you tell it to your kids, and I know,
same ones
right?
I heard as a
Well,
kid.
you know what? It's Westeros. It's weird. The point of the story is you're not if someone's a guest in your house, you're not supposed to hurt them. And
Right.
that's the worst thing you can possibly do.
Yes.
Does that remind you of anybody in our
Oh,
story?
yes, that's exactly what happened to his brother and mom.
That's exactly what happened to his brother and mom.
And he didn't know about that, right?
No, he doesn't know about that yet. This is just the prohibition against harming a guest is really, really strong.
He knows things without knowing them.
Ooh, I didn't think about it that way, actually. I just thought he was just telling the story.
He always does this.
He does, you're right. He does know things without knowing them. But I think we should keep that in mind because if you do something that crappy, like
he said
kill
the
a
gods
guest,
will, what did he say? He said the gods will
punish you
Yes.
somehow. If they turn the rat cook into a rat when he was young, it's fun.
The gods don't have time for that.
The point is that Walder Frey did something that's like super, super taboo. Mm-hmm. And
he will pay.
Hopefully he will pay.
Okay,
So we'll
good
see.
to know.
Anyway, so yeah, the dragons are being nasty. We also have a recasting here. Dario Naharis.
I don't like that at all.
No? Why not?
Well, first of all, I hate recasting, especially when they're not as good looking as the person before.
It's not quite as good looking.
No, why'd they do that?
The actor, his name was the former actor, Ed Skrein, got a movie deal.
I was confused. I was like, is this supposed to be the same person? Because they look nothing alike.
I mean, at least you kind of caught on. It is confusing though, yeah. And they didn't even get someone who looked like him either.
Why would he leave Game of Thrones? Hello?
He got his own. I think he was. Remember that series of movies it starred Jason Statham as the passenger, the carrier, something like that. He got a lead in an action movie.
Okay.
So he left Game of Thrones for that.
Whatever.
He's probably kicking himself now because it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
I don't even remember the name
is
of the
only
movie you were
season
in,
4.
Ed Skrein.
I hope he regrets it.
So they replace him with this new gentleman, who I agree isn't quite as dashing.
Not as strapping, no.
He's a better actor, I think. We'll see
Do
that
you?
later,
Okay.
but you win some, you lose some. So he basically picks a bunch of flowers and gives them to Daenerys under the guise of, it's strategy. Know the local flora.
I don't think they have as good of chemistry as the other two.
What other two?
Well,
the
the
other actor.
Yes.
Is she into him though?
I thought she was, but now that the character changed,
Now
I don't
the
know.
actor changed. Who can tell?
It's really throwing me.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that develops in the future. But she's on the march, little slave children tied to stakes,
Oh, that
pointing
was
the way.
sad.
But she's going to look at every one of those slave children.
She wants to
and
see
you can
them.
bet that she's probably going to get some revenge when she finally gets there on whoever did that to them. Because that's the kind of lady she is. Anyway, finally, King's Landing.
People's princess.
The People's Princess. A lot happened here. My first question for you about the King's Landing stuff is when they have the big meeting about the Red Wedding, and Joffrey's like, oh, Rob's dead, all right, rock on.
Yeah.
Tywin and Tyrion have a little conversation, and Tywin says to Tyrion, explain to me why it's more noble to kill 10,000 men in battle than a dozen at dinner. So he's basically justifying the Red Wedding to say it ended the war is going to stop now, we're not going to do any more fighting, the army is gone. Does he have a point?
So he was saying they had to do that in order to end things.
That was his plan.
Why did they
to
have
end
to
the war.
take out Robb and Catelyn?
Because they were the leaders. Once you get rid of the leaders,
Can't they just
the
take the
soldiers
10,000 men?
tend to... Seriously? You would rather them kill 10,000 men than the leaders? But I guess my
Well, they
question
took out
is-
everyone, so it doesn't matter.
They did take out a lot of people. But at the same time, does he have a point? Is there any measure by which that kind of act is justified if it saves thousands of lives?
I guess.
Oh, really?
Well,
I
no,
wasn't sure you would
because
say that.
I don't want any Starks to die, so
No.
why can't there just be no war?
Why can't we all just get along? Why can't the Starks and Lannisters join hands and skip?
Seems
I
like a
wish they could
pretty-
do that too.
Good answer to me.
Okay. Anyways, otherwise in King's Landing, that's the romantic problems.
Yeah, no one's happy or lovey.
I mean, Sansa and Tyrion were getting along for a hot second there when they were kind of making jokes back
On
and
their
forth.
stroll, yes.
And then Sansa learned that the Lannisters killed her entire family.
Violently.
And then she wasn't so into that anymore.
No.
Is there any hope for those two?
She shut off. I just don't see it with them.
No, I don't see it either.
I honestly don't know where they go because she's supposed to have his child, but there's no chemistry. It's Tyrion, so of course he's going to be friendly and nice and...
Right? And he's trying to wait until she's ready to have a child.
Yeah, he's being very respectful.
I mean, when's she going to be ready? I'm not sure she ever will.
And now there's all the emotional stress with your mom and brother dying.
Yes,
A gruesome
killed
death.
by the father of the
Family.
man you're married to. So it's a terrible situation.
Not ideal.
She meets, so she goes to pray in the God's Wood, which is where no one will freaking talk to her, to where she liked to hang out now. She meets a gentleman who gives her a necklace. Do you remember him at all?
No, he said he's an ex
An ex-knight.
guards. Oh, an ex knight.
We met him very briefly in season 2. He was like a drunken knight who was going to fight for
was
Joffrey's
drunk
amusement. He
today,
was drunk
too.
here. That's this kind of thing. And Joffrey was going to have him killed. And Sansa was like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. Just have him be a fool," because she was trying to save his life because she's a nice lady.
I
And
do
Joffrey's
remember
like,
this.
"Yeah, that'd be funnier. You're a fool now, you idiot."
Yes, I do remember that.
So he's re-entering, and he is, understandably.
she spared him.
She did, or she talked Joffrey into sparing him.
Yes.
And now he is grateful and wants to try to help out.
And still drunk.
But that means she has another friend. She's very low on
That
those.
is good. Okay, I like that.
Exactly.
I hope he kills
You have
Joffrey.
a question?
Who does Kayla think will end up on the Iron Throne?
Question was, who does Kayla think will end up on the Iron Throne?
It's a really good question. I mean, based on what I've seen, is it Cersei?
It's possible. Okay, maybe another question. Who do you want to end up on the Iron Throne?
Arya or Tyrion?
Arya or Tyrion? That's not bad.
Is that allowed? Or Jon Snow?
Sure. How about Daenerys?
Or Daenerys? Yes, those are my favorites.
Okay. You had to
I would
choose one.
like her, Daenerys. Sorry, that's
She
my
does seem
pick.
like the biggest military leader. Like she actually
She
is a leader.
is doing the most to get there. Yeah.
Right. Oh, she's,
in the-
she's
in the
still
right way.
she's still so far away. All the way
She'll
over here.
get there. She needs her boats.
She gets her boats. Tyrion and Shay also in a terrible spot. She's kind
Yeah.
of jealous over the marriage that isn't consummated. Tyrion's just in a difficult position at this point.
Yeah, she wants to relax him,
Yeah, relax.
take away stress. He's not into it.
Not into it.
No one is.
No one's
love.
having sex in this episode. Another question?
A lot of people are confused as to how far Kayla is into the show.
Sure. Kayla just watched the season 4 premiere, Two Swords. So where we are right now, I mean, we're talking about it right now,
And the season 3 finale.
and season finale. But the last one you watched, season 4 premiere, Two
Yes.
Swords. So the next episode, for
chains.
context, the next episode, which we're only going to do one episode next week, is Joffrey and Marjorie's wedding blowout.
Whoa.
So that's where we are.
Nothing could go wrong with that.
We're right. Why would anything go wrong? We're right at Joffrey and Marjorie's wedding. That's what we're going to do next week. That's what she's going to watch next. Oh, God, yeah. How about Jamie? He's back in the mix.
With a new haircut.
With a new haircut. So short.
Got himself a new do.
It looks more modern to me. I'm not sure I like it.
I think he looks.
Looks like it came out of a salon in the 80s.
I can't tell if he looks older or younger. I think I liked his long hair better.
I think I like a long hair better too. But get used to this when it sticks around
Fresh
for a long time.
haircuts are never a good look.
It sticks around for a long time, unfortunately.
Okay.
I don't hate it. It's fine hair. Anyway, things with Cersei are awkward.
Yeah. She's not
There's-
having any of him.
She's not having any of him. Maybe that's best because they
He,
are twins.
his dad gave him the second sword from that one big sword.
What sword was that? Do you remember? What sword did they melt down to make those two swords?
I don't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
It was Ned Stark's old Valyrian steel sword.
Valyrian steel.
Ice. It was Ned Stark's old sword. It was a huge old sword. Now they made it down to 2.
Yes.
And
And he has one hand.
he has one hand, but he has a golden hand.
Yeah, the golden hand. He wanted that over a hook.
I think he wanted a hook.
Oh, he did want the
Cersei
hook.
wanted. Cersei wanted the golden
That thing
hand
looked
for him.
heavy.
Probably was heavy. I mean, how it can't be light.
Looks like one of those things you put on that holds your beer.
You could probably conk it something with it out in the head.
It's true, it's also a weapon, so that's good.
So he's in this weird situation. He was basically disowned by his father.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Tywin want him to do, and why did he refuse?
I'm sure he would want him to be able to fight, but he can't.
Well, he can't do that.
He's kind of useless to him now.
I mean, Tywin, he's not useless to him. Tywin, so Jaime's part of the King's Guard, which is like the elite royal bodyguards. His job is to watch over the king. But if you're a part of that organization, you can't get married, you can't have kids. I mean, you can still have kids, but you're not allowed to. You can't hold land, you can't have property. Now, Tywin's whole thing is he wants the Lannister family to continue on. And he doesn't want to give it to Tyrion. We know that.
Right.
He's not a big fan of him. He wants Jaime to quit the Kingsguard and go become the new head Lannister guy, basically, because he's going to die soon.
Whoa. He's going to die soon?
Tywin, he's old.
It doesn't look that old.
He doesn't look that old, but still, he's like, he's among the older generation. He's older than Jaime.
Fair.
And Jaime says what to him?
He doesn't want to do it?
Yeah, he wants to stay in the Kingsguard. He doesn't want to quit. He doesn't want to he doesn't want to marry. He doesn't want to have the Lannister legacy.
Does Tywin know about the incest going on within his family?
Do you think he does?
I don't know.
It's an open question. It's not.
And it's never been answered that Joffrey is his kid, right?
Oh, definitely it's been answered.
It has. Okay.
He's super duper his kid.
But does Joffrey know that? Joffrey doesn't.
That's
know
another
his father
ambiguous
is.
question. He doesn't treat him like a father, does he?
No.
He was kind of being a little ass to him.
He's that way to everybody.
He is that way to everybody. There's also a new statue of him in the little courtyard of him, like with a crossbow and a wolf head, which is a symbolic Stark thing. How nice. I don't think Joffrey knows that he's Jaime's kid.
Okay.
Jaime knows. Cersei knows, and Tywin's.
Are all of Cersei's kids Jaime's?
All of Cersei's kids are Jaime's.
Okay.
All three.
That's disgusting.
That's gross. And then the third problem Jaime has is what to do with Sansa. Like, his vow, he told Catelyn, I will return your daughters to you.
Right.
Well, Catelyn's dead. So what happens to the vow now? He and Brienne were overlooking Sansa, and she wants him to get her the hell out of Dodge.
Which they should. That's my vote.
Well, does he have a point that Sansa might be safer in King's Landing than elsewhere? I mean, where would she go?
At this point, that's also true. I don't know. But she's in prison there. She's going to be in prison anywhere she goes. It's lose-lose for her.
It is. Yeah, it is always lose-lose for Sansa. She is the worst.
Personally, I'd rather escape and be out on my own.
Well, I will say one thing. The Hound mentioned that he's going to take Arya to her rich aunt Lysa in the Vale. You might know her as Breastfeed Lady. That's actually an option because,
They could go there.
I mean, she's crazy, but hasn't killed any of Sansa's family members.
Right. They should both go there.
Okay, well, Arya's on her way there. Maybe Sansa will try to get there too.
I hope so.
And Brienne and Jaime are still hanging out there having a good time. And finally, last thing a bit, we had a new character alert. This is a big one, I know. Oberyn Martell.
Yeah, not a very nice guy.
Not a very nice guy? Why not? Well, he hurt a lot of Lannisters, but we don't like the Lannisters.
Yeah, he put a knife through that guy's wrist.
He did, that was nasty. What's your impression of him overall?
I don't trust him.
Yeah.
He's mad because they killed...
Okay, I should have bought a family tree for this.
I need a family tree.
I'll get one next time. Okay. Oberyn Martell is from this area, the southmost part of Westeros, Dorne.
Okay.
And he's going up here for the royal wedding. Mm-hmm. Because when you have a royal wedding, you invite everyone from all over the place, and they all have to come and they all have to watch.
Right.
His sister was married to Daenerys' older brother.
I knew he said something about Daenerys.
Right. Did he? I forgot about that. And remember, Daenerys' father was who?
King Robert's brother? No, I don't know.
Just the old king.
Oh.
He was the last Targaryen king. His name was the Mad King, they called him, because he was cuckoo. He's the one Jaime killed.
What was the connection between Robert and Daenerys' father?
Robert rebelled against Daenerys' father. And that's why he was king in the first place. He overthrew Daenerys' father.
And wanted her dead.
Oh, he wants all Targaryens dead.
Okay.
He hates Targaryens. That's
this is
why
a lot to piece together.
It is. I should have had a family tree.
I need to see it.
That's why she fled across or why she was a baby at the time. That's why she fled across the narrow sea. That's why she's over here in the first place. Because Robert's going to kill her. But Robert overthrew Daenerys' father. Mm-hmm. That's how he became king. But Daenerys' brother, her father's other son, was named Rhaegar Targaryen. Oberyn's sister was married to him.
Okay.
Robert killed him.
We're not talking about the brother that died in season 1.
You mean
Daenerys' brother?
Oh no, that's a different brother. That's a different asshole brother.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a guy who died before the series even started.
Okay, so we never see him.
We never see him. They've talked about him a fair amount. Like he comes up every now and again. But he was like a great warrior dude, and Robert killed him in battle. And he was married to Oberyn's sister, and they had kids.
Oh.
But the Hound's brother killed the kids, probably on Tywin's orders.
Oh no. Okay.
So it's a whole twisty thing. He's got a lot to be mad about. And
so he's there for the wedding?
He's there for the wedding, but you get the
idea
that as long as he's here, he might do some other stuff too.
Raise him hell while he's at it.
Yeah, why not? What do you think of his philandering and violence? That's kind of his 2 big bullet points.
So was that lady his wife?
No, that lady is his bastard lover.
Okay.
She's like a lady he met.
Okay.
Which also sticks in the Lannisters, like Cersei's craw. Because she's big on, like, propriety and only marrying the right people. Mm-hmm. Or actually, is she? I mean, she's with her twin brother.
She has nerve to talk.
Like, it's not appropriate to be with a bastard. That's looked down upon. But he is anyway, 'cause he's badass.
Yeah, he scares me. He's unpredictable. I don't know what will happen with him.
And Tyrion tried to talk sweet to him, but we'll see how that goes in the future.
Seems like he could just
fly
off at any minute. That was a lot to cover.
It was a lot to cover. But next week we only have 1 episode. The Royal Wedding, The Lion and the Rose, Marjorie and Joffrey getting married in style. We'll see you next Wednesday at 4.
Thanks for joining us.
This is fun, guys. And congratulations to whoever won this. We'll be in contact with you shortly.
What was the answer?
Oh, the answer was the Tickler, was the guy Arya killed.
Bye.
Bye.